Hello, and welcome to today's intention. Okay, start of another week. Let's get right down to our roots today. Root chakra, red color. It's where our most primal energies are. And let's get that all beautifully balanced today. So when we breathe right down into that space at your tailbone. Now, imagine it expanding, filling with beautiful red colored light. See it being whole and complete. Okay, so if you could find a place for 30 minutes without being disturbed with your eyes closed, sitting or lying down, that would be great. And I'm going to get you to go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. Take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and worries just dissolve and float away. And for the next breath, fully intake so that your belly fills up at the bottom and then your upper abdomen with the lower rib cage expanding outwards to the back. Fully take in as much air as you can. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, if you could envision breathing light directly into your heart and then exhaling light directly from your heart. Good. Now we're going to pay attention to the body, make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are a wonderful gift. The most faithful, loyal servant, always want to do our bidding, and sometimes we just need to ask. If you could feel your energy leaving your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit, back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. We move on to the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees. We feel everything relax. And every time we touch or bypass a body part, I want you to allow the idea that it is completely reverting back to its natural blueprint, its perfect blueprint. So all the pain and inflammation is magically gone, everything restored to its perfect, natural, healthy state of being. Then we move up to the upper legs, buttocks, hips, and pelvic area. And feel everything loosen. You move into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Our shoulders are down in the most comfortable position, arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. Then we move up to the skin of the scalp. Tension hides here sometimes. So I want you to just release anything that you find there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. And we move into the jaw and we allow it to unhinge, open up and receive the breath of life. And we feel all of our facial muscles melting into a pool of perfect relaxation. And we see if we can't get our eyelids to to soften a few extra degrees. Then we move inwards and we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. Now we're going to deal with our thoughts. Actually, let's deal with our minds first. Let's thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a seat on the couch and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. Take a break. And now let's deal with our thoughts. Let's ask the elements to help us because we have so many thoughts and they're moving so fast. And we could all use a little help here, I think. Let's start with the element of fire, and you can see the sun as representing the element of fire if you like. Fire is a wonderful element because it burns up anything that we no longer need, purifying us and allowing us to be reborn of the ashes. And we'll ask the element of water to come and help us. Water is a great element also because it naturally retains memory. And so we can envision ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river. We feel the pull of the current. Take anything that we no longer need, no longer serves us, any baggage, any negativity, any patterns that we want to let go of, and see it flow down the river. We're watching or observing it, just letting it go. And then we ask the element of air to help us. Its wind or breezes pass by our skin and pull away any stories that we're hanging on to, any ego, leaving us with only the shining truth. And then we ask the element of the earth with its magnetic properties to pull and hold to it any other heavy energies that we would like to let go of. And trust that the earth will transform this energy into something at a higher vibrational frequency. Transform it so that new seeds can be brought into life. And we find ourselves sometimes taken away on wild rides by our thoughts. And if that happens, and it will, it's okay, it happens. Just as soon as you realize it, gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what we're doing, back to the breath. And it's simply the practice of bringing ourselves back. And the more we get practiced in doing this, the less time we get pulled away by those wild thoughts. And we can stay in this place of observation and peace. But now let's take a journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where our heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally, so feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. Feel the buoyancy, the lightness as you glide down the staircase. And when you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Maybe there's a gate with a lock on it, or a wall has been built. Now, this is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP, backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So let's go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built if you're like me. And as we approach the Dodori heart, it cracks open a bit, and brilliant beams of yellow, gold, and light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of shift in perception now away from our physical bodies that we're quite used to our energetic or our light bodies. I'd like you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells in your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're floating there, kind of existing like a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with this flow. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And you don't need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when you join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe. And they are also you. We are all one being, one light, one consciousness, all the same pie, slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this nexus is a very powerful place. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous miracles, of healing, and incredible capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of today. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing, and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention, because we can. So I'd like you to go ahead now and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of in all its glorious details. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now, completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your mental body's full of clarity, your emotional body's balanced, and your energetic body's filled and complete. And we trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we might need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And any time we need guidance or teaching on how to do this, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. I'm feeling very light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very exhilarating. And now that you're feeling this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family as well. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then include your community, and then extend it to include the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending the energy outwards. And now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead, lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's a little left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us were seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each also have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're getting fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we have felt in our lives. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. And we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? We want to see these things as already happened. It is done, so say we all. I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we are living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And we are doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's celebrate this wonderful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. Seeing us out in an outdoor music festival, celebrating, rejoicing together. It's amazing. Feeling all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing the smiles on all the strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's incredibly uplifting. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something miraculous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment, this all falls away. And we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What freedom. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I am sensing all the worry, tension, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere to be transformed into a higher resonance frequency that's more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion, sensing all the connections, cleansing, clearing, opening up, communication flowing. Such a marvelous atmosphere to exist in. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a picnic with your family, marveling at their shining faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, or if you're out for a walk with your dog in the forest, enjoying the serenity, you're out having a laugh with your friend on the pickleball court, you're creating something wondrous in the kitchen or at work. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I just want you to stop in your shoes right now and look at all the beauty around you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. And just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that's around and supporting us at all times. And receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd like to connect with a little bit of gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wondrous life. Thank you, my vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and healing and energy and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to take your beautiful reality that you've just created and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in, build up that energy ball, and then when we exhale, we're going to release and share that with the world. Here we go. Build it up and exhale completely. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with love and light and healing and energy. Good job. I can feel the concentric rings of energy leaving me, circling the earth, causing all the other like energies to light up in response, creating a sum greater than its parts, blanketing the whole world in peace, prosperity, and love. Now I'm going to get you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper now. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit to really come back in. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes. Just notice how you're feeling right now. You can come back to this state of being at any point with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can get good at it and call it up at a moment's demand. Eventually, we won't even have to put any effort into it. We just become natural, walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing all around us because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way. exponentially by magnitude. So thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded, all works, it's all good. So maybe play with this. If you've been doing this for a little bit, try calling them up on these single conscious breaths. Anytime during your day when you get a chance, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're standing in line, just before you go to sleep at night. And just notice over the next space of a week or two, what kind of shifts and changes you might encounter in your life, how you're feeling in general. Okay, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again for tomorrow's intention.